Hello guys, welcome to and welcome back. I'm Sew-Ronica and I'm so ready to show you guys how I made this dress. I'm super excited about it because it turned out to be so freaking cute. If you're interested in learning how to make your own clothes, stay tuned. So I'm going to try this upcycling again. Let's go over to Major Thrift over in Raytown. And this was probably after 45 minutes of me shopping, y'all. This was the only thing I found that I could upcycle and make something into. Thank you. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna turn it into a dress.
I like bling.
Huh?
I like lots of bling.
You like lots of bling? Oh. That was an elderly woman. She says she likes lots of bling. Y'all see how cute this is? So now we're gonna head on over to Walmart and see if we can find some. Oh, we found some. Look at this fabric, y'all. So normally I get the kind that's already pre-cut, but this time I was like, you know what? That caught my attention, and I saw that it was $3. Turned out it was actually $2 per yard. We don't have to do a fabric stretch out today because I was there when she measured it, as you guys saw at Walmart. Now this particular fabric is the same fabric that I normally get the two yards for $4. However, it's a prettier color. So what I'm trying to say is, like, it's one thing when you are getting the fabric that's there that you're like, oh, okay, this is cute, this is cute. But when you're actually like picking the fabric, it's a different feeling. So I actually told her I wanted 5 yards of it, but all they had was 3.5 yards. So I took what I could get. So we're using as much of the fabric as possible. We don't want to waste. This is so pretty. All right, I'm going to stick that right there. Get our rotary cutter. So guys, I'm actually looking at this pattern now, and I see that one is in the shape of a C and the other one's in like kind of a triangle by the armholes. How did I not notice that before? I'm going to fix that. Don't worry, I'm going to fix it. I'm going to use my scissors for the remainder of that because it's sticking. All right, so we got those. So I'm going to go ahead and pin this. I'm not going to worry about which direction it's facing because I feel like it doesn't matter. This doesn't really have the shimmer or the sheen to it, but it's still a pretty color. So we're just going to pin this like this. And even though we're starting off the same way how we normally do it, it's going to have a little bit of something different to it. Because each time I do this, I want to get better and better and learn something different, a new technique. So what I learned this time was that, I thought if I double serge it, it would ensure the longevity of the, the fabric. But it takes away from the stretch. So far, so good. But you'll see when I connect the top with the bottom, I went over like the rib cage area with the serger. I went over everything twice, and it was kind of hard to pull over my torso. Okay, not that it was hard to pull over my torso, but it was restricting just a little bit. It gave a little bit of resistance. Okay, guys. So this is the top portion of it. And now we're going to go ahead and add the bottom skirt to it. I want to flip it inside out. I can't wait to look at that. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Why am I excited about this? I'm excited about this because this represents freedom. This represents the bag. This represents the bag meaning money. This represents being able to be self-employed. Okay, let's get the skirt together. Okay, so the shirt that I showed you at the Goodwill in the beginning, we're not going to use that. I know, tomatoes, throw them at me, I get it. But we're going to save it for something else, a project in the near future, okay? Don't be disappointed, be patient. So I think my number one concern was me adding a fabric to it that brought it down. You know what I mean? It's like, it's already a 10 in my opinion because of the vibrancy of the color pink, and it's just the prettiest pink, the perfect pink. And you know what I'm saying, if I would have added something to this that wouldn't have been able to, that wasn't a 10 on its own, it would have been unequally yoked. Okay, like let's not be unequally yoked together with, okay, enough. So here I'm just cutting off the excess fabric because it's just hanging around and it's too small for me to do anything with substantially with this outfit, but I can still use it in the future. Pieces that kind of don't make sense because they're like long and they're just dangling, and it's like there's not enough room to do anything with that. Maybe spaghetti straps, but yeah, this can definitely be used as something, so we're going to save this. But we didn't need it hanging around because all it was doing was taking up space and making things look awkward. So now I'm going to use this for my skirt portion. Ooh, this color is me, y'all. It is me, honey. Honey, baby darling. All right. And also, I don't know if y'all, this right here is gonna go perfect with it. Bam. See, like, I don't know if y'all see that those colors are equally vibrant. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? It's like that's a solid good pink and that's a solid good green. I don't know. It's to be bigger than what it actually is. So I'm gonna hit it like that. And hit it like that. Hit it like that. And right across. Seam allowance. That's more than seam allowance. That is... Anyway, so I do want to put a hem on here. I do. I really do. Now I'm going to put a skirt on here. Y'all know how I do. So I love that I'm going to go ahead and just hit it across there anyway. So I realized it wasn't showing, but what I mean by hit it across there anyway was I just went ahead and evened it up or made it a little shorter. It was kind of long. Put some little ribbons. Can y'all see the ribbons? I don't even know where the camera's facing. Anyway, so once you start sewing, it's like the whole room changes colors. Not changes colors, literally. Can y'all see me? Okay, so like once you start sewing, whatever fabric you use, it gets all over the room. Maybe it doesn't with y'all, but I'm like, I'm like that at work too. My dishes be everywhere. Because I feel like my focal point is making sure that people are fed and getting taken care of, and something has to take a back seat. Like, you can't be perfect at everything. So sometimes I'll put dishes places and then I have to go back and get them. But yeah, the whole room is just gonna have pink stuff everywhere. Let me clarify, when I say perfect at everything, I am a darn good waitress. I'm actually the #1 at my job. So with that being said, I can brag. I'm a really good waitress. I have excellent hospitality, alertness. I can anticipate the guest needs before they ask. So I'm not, you know what I'm saying, I'm not being arrogant and cocky with it. I'm a really good server. I'm just messy at times. So the word says, let not your good be evil spoken of. And I didn't want anybody to take that wrong when I said, well, you can't be perfect at everything. Like, I don't want people to think I'm coming across in a certain way that I'm not. Okay? Very humble over here. Very much aware that without God, I can do nothing. So I went over this with a double stitch, like I said, because I'm up to something, y'all. So I want to make sure that this has the durability that it needs. I'm up to something. The quality has got to be there because these dressers are getting sold, honey. It's anywhere from size 12 to 14 to 16 to 18. And if I make them any bigger, I will let y'all know. Or if there's a request, I will let y'all know. But yes, I'm going to give this a double serge since I did the top. All right, family. So now I'm going to reach and grab these. I'm going to put these in a container. I know they're already in a container, but do it like that. That way I have access to the pins easier. So now I'm just going to go ahead and connect these together. Everything is being stitched properly. All right. I want y'all to see this. Can y'all see this? Don't be staring at my toes either. My toes need to be dead. They need to be done. All right, and I'm just going to match these up like two lips perched for kissing. Okay. Just get a little bit of this footage. Yeah, so I honestly feel like I'm to the point now where I have the, if I'm excited, as much as I've always loved dresses, okay? If I'm excited to wear a dress, I feel like I'm to the point now where I can release my merchandise. There's a better word for that. That sounds more intimate to me and personal and not money driven. I don't know, it's like give the public access to what I produce, allow them to glean in the vineyard and partake of the fruits of my labor. That doesn't sound right either. Or I can start selling my clothes. Let's not be deep. Let's not overdo it. All right? So I'm super excited about this pink outfit. Okay, this pink dress. And I know somebody else would look at it and be like, whoa, that's cute as well. See, God is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. And if you delight yourself in the Lord, he'll give you the desires of your heart. And you wouldn't find anything, you wouldn't bat an eye at the price because you understand that a cute dress is a cute dress, honey. My coworker, she showed me a picture. She was like, showed me a picture of the dress she got from, I'm not going to say the name, but it's a, if I name the name, a lot of people would know it, right? And when I looked at that dress and I saw that it was $200, I was like, why? That's what I was thinking to myself, why? But I wasn't going to, like, you know, be a Debbie Downer or whatever. I gave her the same energy as if, you know what I'm saying, she was my cousin or my sister. I was like, hey, girl, that's cute. You know, it's going to look good on her. I'm happy for her. But if they can charge $200 for those dresses, okay, I feel this is a customized dress. Okay, maybe not customized. Customized to me. Okay. I can do it too. My work is just as good now that I've worked out the kinks. So needless to say, this dress will be listed online. And if you're interested, you can go online and purchase. And if not, you know, I'm gonna give it a time period. Or then again, I'm not gonna give it a time period. I was gonna say I'll give it a time period, and if it doesn't sell, then I'll just wear it, right? But I was like, nah, I believe that it's going to sell, and I also believe that the business is going to be very successful and prosperous and blessed. Okay, guys, so that's the plans for the near future. I plan on getting like a P.O. box, maybe listing my stuff on Poshmark since I'm familiar with, you know, Poshmark and Mercari. I used to sell on those apps. So yeah, like, you know, when I get good at it, when I get confident, when I can stop putting stuff on and then discovering, oh, something's wrong with it, then I'll do that. But you got to have a plan. Without a vision, the people perish. And I know that the word says, let not your left hand know what the right hand is doing. And so me announcing what I'm going to do in the near future, some people would say, don't do that. But I believe that the anointing that is on my life is greater than any snare somebody could lay for me. You want to shake it down like this so you're not stitching the waist closed. And then you want to turn it and put it on the machine. Take a couple pins out because you obviously can't put the presser foot down where the pins are. Bam. Okay, so I also realized that the key to a successful serging session would be to continuously to check to make sure that, you know, the fabric is being adjusted properly. Okay, and one thing I try to be mindful of is the serging. And when I'm editing, I try to muffle the sound of the serger because you never know who has, like, you know, the ear pods in or the earbuds, whatever they are. But now I'm trying to do it in even balance because there's some people who like the sound of the serger. So I don't know. Oh my goodness. I guess I should turn so y'all can see it. But now we're going to go ahead and add the skirt to it. And then the sleeves. I almost want it to be all pink. Yeah, pink is cute. So as you guys saw from the beginning intro, I did not put a circle skirt on the bottom of this. I held up, I don't know how many fabrics to it, and it just felt like it was going to take away from the garment. So I didn't do the circle skirt. Don't be disappointed. Maybe I just wanted something different from the dancing dress video that I made. I don't know. Maybe I just wanted to show these ankles, get a clear picture of these ankles. I don't know. Honestly, it's just like sometimes you don't feel led to. You feel like this particular color doesn't call for a skirt. Or this particular color will look better with cape sleeves or, you know, 3/4 inch sleeves. This particular color needs a little something else to jazz it up. It's almost like when a woman styles her hair and she's trying to find the perfect earrings to go with that hairstyle. If you're already wearing your hair down, then you probably want to wear something, you know, close to the earlobe. I'm looking for my, I put it in here. No. I'm trying to decide what color skirt I want for it. Ooh, the pink and green, ain't that a... Don't want to upset nobody. That's cute though. That is really cute. But this pink outfit can hold itself. You know what I mean? Like it has what it needs alone. It doesn't need another color, a pretty fabric. I'm looking for my sheer sleeves. I mean my sheer I hope this wig don't slide off my head. Because there's always a way to, like, would that ruin it? That would. It would limit it from what could be worn with it. You know what I mean? A part of me is like, am I doing too much with this kind of sleeves? But y'all, that pink outfit is so cute. I don't think it's doing too much. I don't think it is. I want to do it. Alright. So at first I wanted to go with a long sleeve pink fabric, right? Just, you know, do it all pink. But I feel like these tulle sleeves will work fine. It will give it, I can use this fabric for something, honey, even if it's for sleeves. Because I don't see myself doctoring, touching that up no more. I really don't. I made some mistakes on that were elementary, honey. And it was like, whoa, wait a minute. What are we doing? We know how to make a skirt. Why does this look like this? So I had somebody inquire in the comment section about how I draft my patterns. That was interesting because I scrambled to find a way to articulate it, and I realized that just going by the seat of my pants was the best way to describe it. But I realized how that sounds. So I'm going to do a video on how I come up with my patterns. I had a lady say that she cringes every time I do this. So, and I noticed that she never had anything nice to say. So I went ahead and put her out of her misery. And she no longer has to worry about watching my videos. I don't want to make anybody that uncomfortable. I'll go ahead and block you. That way you don't have to worry about it coming across your thing. You're welcome. I mean, I've stated, I don't know how many times that I'm new to this, and at some point you just got to realize what people's agenda is, and that's to, you know, verbally stomp you. They can't do it in real life, so in over the internet, they'll give you a keyboard lashing, honey. They will type up some stuff that will get up under your skin, because grievous words stir up anger. That's in the word. But the Bible also says, be ye angry and sin not. So in order for me to, you know what I'm saying? The word says, withhold thy foot from thy neighbor's house, lest he be weary of thee and so hate thee. If you watching my content is getting on your nerves that bad, then stop coming over here. That's all. That's all. That's an easy fix. But I would definitely like to take this time to thank all of my new subscribers. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for stopping by. I'm not going to tell you to share, like, and comment. You grown, you know what you want to do. And by the way, these voiceovers are done different times. Some of them might be 4 o'clock in the morning. Some of them might be 9 o'clock in the morning. So, you know, if you recognize the voice changes, like, it's done throughout multiple days, different times. I'm not going to be like, oh no, are they going to find this cute? If I find it cute, someone else will find it cute. Period. Same thing with you. You know what I'm saying? There's some cars out there that I'm like, how did that ever get past the board meeting? Like somebody should. I'm using these for the first time. These are really tight. I mean, I guess they gotta be for the, fabric purposes, but honey, these things is really tight. I wasn't prepared for that. You mess around and get carpal tunnel trying to maneuver these things. And again, these were $5.49 at Walmart. They only had them at the Walmart farther away from my house. I guess Walmart don't get everything. Every Walmart don't have the same thing. Can y'all see? Y'all can't even see. So it's kind of tough to see because it's so light. But these are the sleeves. And I'm using a pink lace to run right across the bottom. Before, remember I was having issues with that, putting the lace on there? And now I'm just going to cut it right there. The lace is $1.24 at Walmart. And we're just gonna nip that there and nip this here. And I got 2 boxes of these because I was like, okay. Yeah. They're really hard to maneuver. Just a heads up, if you're somebody that, I was gonna say doesn't really have a lot of strength, but I mean, I guess the average person can do them, but they're just tougher than I feel like they need to be. We're gonna serge them because we're over here at the serger. So guys, I feel like the pins, hold on, wait a minute. Something's going on with my serger. Not broken wise, but I feel like it just I want to say shrunk the, look at that. It's almost like, I don't know, it kind of restricted it. So I'm just going to try this on and see if it still goes around my little chubby arms, because, yeah, it does. Okay, it does. I'm going to serge it again because that little pull that I just did, I don't know how that affected it. I was going to serge it twice anyway, but I feel like maybe the tension needs to be on a 4 here. And I should try this out with some scrap fabric, because I want to see if it still gathers it so tightly. It does. So I need to go up to probably 7. You know, just play around with it. Wait a minute, I think that was good. when it's the higher the number goes up on this one, because this is showing that it's on the end, it's giving, and this is letting you know it's in the middle. So it's like wherever you want it pulled at. This looks like a Barbie apron. Don't you just love it when you accidentally make something? But you see how tightly it's gathered? So that lets me know that the higher up this goes, the tighter it's going to. Let me get my scraps. Hold on. I'm learning something. Okay, yep, definitely. Excuse me. So yeah, that is extremely tight. And now I'm going to bring it down to, it's normally at a 5. I'll put it on a 4. Alright, so it surged it. And it didn't draw it up. Anyway, so that's going to be what I use this for. I'm going to edit that out of the video. That'll be too hard to edit, the in and out surging. So guys, my opinion of the clamps, I feel like they come in handy if you might have a particular fabric that doesn't really hold the pins well, but the clamps would be right on time, and you need less clamps than you would pins, obviously. So it's kind of faster. It's kind of faster. So guys, unfortunately, but yet somehow fortunately, because that would have made for a longer video, more stuff for me to have to edit, my phone wasn't charged all the way, so I didn't get the footage of me assembling the sleeves, but I have multiple videos on that. So okay guys, so this is the end result. I like to bring a change of shoes so that I can give you guys different looks. I'm not bringing no different purses and all that. That's doing too much. But I will bring a change of shoes. The gold heels I thought would work because of the gold tulle on the sleeves. Now y'all, tulle is not supposed to be on the sleeves, I think, because it has like an itch to it. I need to just quit playing, go over there to Joann's and get some mesh. Not tulle, but mesh. And yes guys, I made the wig myself. And I didn't tack it down, it's just up there. And these heels were very hard to walk in, so I had to slow motion this up. Now, the next clip you guys are gonna see, don't take it the wrong way, but I received a compliment in the grocery store, and it kind of made my day. And it was more so not because the person said I was beautiful, repeated it like 3 times, but it was because the dress I was wearing. I just wore this in the grocery store. I don't normally look like this, but I started getting a little insecure because this part ain't glued down. You know what I'm saying? I just threw the wig on for the photo shoot. And anyway, so it's nice that there's still men out there that know how to compliment a woman without insulting her or making her feel, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Because I walked in that store and I was like, nope, nobody blinked twice. You know what I'm saying? It feels like a costume. It's not me. But I do enjoy it for a photo shoot. But anyway, so I wasn't, not like I look for compliments, because I don't, but I got one.